Welcome to another episode, everyone. TPS has ended at midnight for Haitian Americans, and now they are panicking, feeling like they're about to be deported out of the country. TPS ending affects 350,000 Haitian Americans, half of them concentrated in Florida alone, and now ICE is preparing to start rounding these individuals up and deporting them out of the country. Now, here we have Haitian Americans saying that the ending of the TPS affects Black people as well, and thus we should unite, of course, with the Haitians to stop this tyranny. Now, TPS, temporary protective status for Haitians, was implemented in 2010. TPS is for individuals fleeing the country because of political instability. The country is war torn. The country is not sustainable. The country is not in livable conditions, and so they have to get out of the country. The government, America's government, said, okay, we come with TPS, temporary protective status. If you cannot go to your country for those reasons, you can stay over here. But it's temporary protective status. Now, Donald Trump, of course, summons the Supreme Court to do away with TPS. He wants these individuals out of the country. He says that it was just temporary, and now Haiti is good enough for you all to return and live there. However, the DHS, the Department of Homeland Security, says that they don't really have sustainable living conditions in Haiti. And the State Department says that they don't even want Americans traveling to Haiti because they can be kidnapped or killed. So it's still very unsafe conditions there. So the Haitians, of course, are saying that they ended TPS because they just want to get rid of Haitians. However, it affects more than just Haitians. There are over 630,000 Venezuelan immigrants who have TPS status. Lebanese people have TPS status, and the list goes. Somalians have temporary status, and the list goes on. Over 1 million individuals in total, immigrants who are affected by TPS ending. And now ICE is rounding up in New York and in Texas and in other states to start deporting these individuals whose TPS has now ended officially. So they are upset and they are panicking and they're saying, why are you trying to get us out of the country? DHS, the Department of Homeland Security, says on their website that they don't care where the Haitians go. That they said that the Haitians do not have to go back to Haiti. If you're saying that Haiti is bad still, then you don't have to go back to Haiti, but you have to get out of here. This is what they said on their website. DHS said that Haitian Americans do not have to go back to Haiti, but they have to leave America. And so they're in trouble now. Now check this out. This is a call by this individual here saying that this affects Black people as well, but it does not.
I think there's going to be a lot of workplace industries that are going to be affected. But I also think, just above all, like Black America in general, when we're looking at the Black immigrant population, we know that 1 in 10 Black people in the United States are immigrants themselves. 1 in 5 Black children are children of immigrants. And so what this is really an assault and an attack on Black America. And I think whether we're looking at the legislative focus, which you just brought up, and looking at midterms, I think it's very important for us to also look at the long line of the Black liberation movement that's been happening in this country, where Black America is, and how Black immigrants are a part of that, and to think about the future and the long-term issue.
You're not a part of that. What are you talking about? He said, what the hell? Did I hear him right? He said Black Americans basically need to look at the Black liberation movement and how the immigrants are a part of that. Of course, this is his rallying cry for Black people to unite with Haitian Americans to help fight to keep them in the country. since the government has ended TPS. So he says, hey, Black America, it affects you as well. 1 in 5 Black children, he says, are of immigrant parents. 1 in 10 Black Americans are immigrants themselves. This does not affect us, man. Stop the gaslighting. We're not worried about anything. We're not going anywhere. We built this damn country. We're not going anywhere. No one has more of a right to this country than Black people, including YT people. No one. They didn't build this damn country. We did. They're immigrants themselves. So we're not concerned about that whatsoever. But his story is that we have to unite because immigrants apparently are an integral part of the Black liberation movement. Apparently, his rallying cry is that if we do not fight for them and they have to leave the country, we're going to be on our own to fight YT supremacy. That the immigrants have been helping to fight with the Black liberation movement. What the hell? I haven't heard anyone. Do they even know Nolan Wells' name? I haven't heard any of them mention Nolan Wells. Or Cyrus, for that matter. You're not fighting with us. It's just us.
That we're going to have, and midterms are a part of it, right? Also trying to think about what's going to happen in the next 2 years, particularly when we're looking at the enforcement actions that have already been taken. Recently, 10,000 people were apprehended and detained by Immigration and Customs Enforcement. So we really got to look at this as holistically as possible. The economic sector absolutely is a part of it, but also what is happening with Black America on a social, economic, and political side of things.
What's happening with Black America is just fine. Where there's a blackout going on. We are not shopping. There's a wealth transfer. We're getting it together. We've always had it together. We've always been fighting this YT supremacy, and we told you all to fight it as well. Do bear in mind that many Haitian Americans voted for Donald Trump. Many did. We just saw one the other day, proudly stating that he voted for Donald Trump and that he would do it again. Okay, so they voted for Donald Trump. Now, again, nearly half of the 350,000 Haitian Americans that had TPS status are in Florida. You have others concentrated in Texas, New York, Massachusetts, and the list goes on. And yes, they are indeed in danger. DHS says that they plan on deporting up to 1,000 a month, at least. And again, they don't care where they go. Since you're saying that Haiti is still war-torn and that there's political instability, and people are dying there, and the country is poor, then you can go somewhere else. This is what DHS said, but you can't stay here in America. That's not going to work. They said that they don't care. And again, we find these Haitian Americans coming after Black people all the time, either trying to get us to unite with them, some sort of unification to help fight to keep them in the country, or they are denigrating and disparaging us for their plight as if we are the ones in the Supreme Court that ended TPS. We are not. The Supreme Court made way for Donald Trump to end TPS. He summons the DHS to do just that. They did. And now they want you all out of the country. And it has nothing to do with Black people. You all disrespect us and then want us to unite and come together when you are all in dire straits. And we see this from every group. Every group, again, these same groups that voted for Donald Trump. They voted for Trump. The Latinos, they voted for Trump. The Asians, they voted for Trump. All these groups that want us to come out and fight for them, when their vote turns against them, they turned against themselves with that vote, then they want us to come out and fight for them when we didn't vote for this, when we voted for Kamala. Kamala Harris would not have ended TPS. You know that. She would not have ended TPS, endangering 350,000 Haitian Americans and 630,000 Venezuelans. She would not have done that. but you didn't want her in office. So instead, you voted for Donald Trump, the person who did summons the Supreme Court to end TPS. And it ended at midnight, and now he wants you all out of the country. The law says you have to get out of the country now. You no longer have protected status as a citizen. Their work permits essentially have been revoked. They can't even go to work this morning without taking a chance of being deported. So this has really affected them. They're losing their income and everything else for those who can't stay in the country. And I don't wish that upon anyone. We are all human beings. It's a bad thing, but welcome to America and YT supremacy. This is what we've been telling you. This is what we've been fighting forever. And instead of you all joining forces with us and fighting with us, you sought to join forces with them, with the oppressors, against us. Join forces with them. You want proximity to them, only to disparage us. Okay. And that's why you helped to put Donald Trump in office, because you couldn't stand the fact of a black woman being in office. You said, I'll show you people who the hell these black people think they are. That now even a black woman can become president? Don't forget who you are. You're a slave. This is your mentality. And so you voted for Donald Trump, and now he's ended TPS and his racist ass wants you out of the country. And now it's black people's problem and black people's fault as well. Black people are immigrants too. Black people are in danger of being deported. You guys are next. We need to unite. You guys need us for the liberation movement. This whole TPS ending is anti-black. No, it's more than just Haitian Americans affected by this. There are many other ethnicities that are immigrants that are protected by TPS or were protected by TPS, and they no longer are. Not just Haitians. Again, more Venezuelans than Haitians, nearly double. A myriad of different groups. It may be anti-black. I'm sure it is. They don't like anything that's not white. But it still does not affect us. And it would not be affecting you all had you not put Donald Trump in office. You wouldn't be going through this. Kamala wouldn't have done this. That's for sure. You would not be going through this. Latinos, you wouldn't be going through this. So now ICE is coming at the Latinos and Haitians. When you see Haitians pulled over and cuffed up or detained or put in the car and all this by ICE, that's why TPS has ended. They no longer have protected status. They're not supposed to be in the country anymore, no more than Latino immigrants. So says the government. That's not what I say. America's a melting pot and everyone deserves to be here. It's the world. It's a part of the world. You should be able to go anywhere in the world as a human being and live. But with YT supremacy being the dominant entity in this country, that's just not how it is. Let me know what you think in the comments. TPS has ended at midnight. 350,000 Haitian Americans are affected and now panicking in danger of being deported. They're not showing up to work this morning. I'm sure many of them, some of them probably running and hiding somewhere. They don't know what to do, looking out their window, because ICE is literally coming for them now. ICE is actually making preparations right now to start rounding up Haitian Americans, if you want to even call them Haitian Americans anymore, because according to the government, they're no longer Americans. That was temporary, and that's been revoked. Somehow we are to blame, and we are at fault, and they want unification with us to help stunt ICE from deporting them. What say you? Again, I don't wish this on anyone. I don't like that this is happening to them. They are human beings, and their country is not. Their country is in shambles. Haiti is in shambles. It's economically disadvantaged. to say the least, disadvantaged. It's war-torn. There are kidnappings, killings. The food is poor. The water is poor. The country is poor. Which is why some of these individuals shouldn't be on the internet talking about how better they are than us, how they came over here and built all of this stuff and we haven't. No, we have. We built everything against all other odds. You should have put Kamala Harris in office and you wouldn't be going through this right now this morning. You would not be going through this today. Not trying to rub it in. Don't mean to belabor the point. Just making the point that your vote matters. And you know that now. If you didn't know it before, apparently you didn't. Your vote matters, and you voted against your own interests. Let me know what you think in the comments. Stay safe and power to the people.